So I think we're on to streaming. Well, gaming. Do we have anything for gaming?
Um, I mean, besides the Super Nintendo video, which again, you should go watch. It's pretty good. It's already jumping up in views. Even just here, it's jumped up almost 10.
Well, that reminds me. I meant to ask you about that since as I was editing the video. I noticed the back of the box says Link 3 and not, or Zelda 3, whichever,
Mm-hmm.
and not Zelda Link to the Past.
Yeah, let me grab it real quick so I can read it because I did notice that as well. I'm trying not to trip over the camera.
Jim will be back with us momentarily, folks. He's going to grab a box. Okay.
All right. So yeah, it did say Zelda 3 because technically it would be the third Zelda entry.
Yeah, it's the third one in the series. I couldn't remember off the top of my head if that's like the official title. Because
actually, I think it's on the poster.
Yeah, it's on the thing inside the box.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to open this up again and not.
So, since I never ended up playing it, what kind of game was Wario's Woods? Was it a side scroller also?
That I do not know. All right. I have to look that one up.
He is unfolding the poster for those of you who are only listening.
All right. Yeah, Zelda 3. The legend continues with what is sure to be chart-topping hit. Journey back to Hyrule and face against giant monsters and incredible, intricate traps and puzzles made possible by the power of the Super NES. And it's the same game, but I guess at that time they were referring to it as Zelda 3.
Okay.
So, no, that was I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that was referenced differently. It's funny to see SimCity because there was also SimCity 2000.
Yeah.
On that, but
yeah, it caught my eye because it's one of the two Zelda games I've actually beaten.
So so now as far as Wario Woods, I don't know if it actually showed it.
It's on the back and it's got a something there with it.
It looks like a puzzle game.
Okay.
So yeah, just one of those that they. It's funny because it's the same thing with Kirby. It's a Kirby's. Well, it looks like Kirby's Dream Course has a little bit of both on it. So. But yeah. Yeah, no, the Zelda 3 though. Yeah, interesting. That's what I like about opening this stuff up because some of that stuff, was some of that material was put together obviously before things were finalized and you actually see the naming because I wondered because I believe that came out before Zelda Link's Awakening came out on the Game Boy. I bet in release date order that would have been afterwards.
Yeah, folks, I've only played a handful of the Zelda games myself, but I have beaten Link to the Past and the Minish Cap is the one I've beaten. I've got Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, but I've only played it so far. So,
well, I've beat the original NES version of Zelda. I've never beat never beat the Zelda 2 Link's Adventure. I've never beat that one.
Yeah.
And, that's a topic for another time because I think that would be a good discussion talking about the huge differences between the original Zelda and Zelda 2 because you went from a, adventure, kind of an adventure game to almost like an RPG because you had RPG elements where you had to level up and get more power, get spells and different things. And then again, just a total shift in gameplay. Like the only top-down view you have is when you're on the overworld, and everything else is side-scrolling. And that every single time that you die, you get the game over screen that tells you that that your death caused the resurrection of Ganon. So it makes me wonder if he just died of old age, would that resurrect Ganon?
Yeah, something to consider. It's kind of a downer if that's the case.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I mean, on that, besides the only other thing with games is I've got one more unboxing I got to do before get to do number 10, which I'm excited about, but at the same time will probably be one of those ones people are like, well, this is what I'm waiting for number 10.
Yeah, Jim, you've got me sold. I'll watch it. I kind of have to. I added them, but
Hey, I thought the Super Nintendo one was pretty good. I thought I kind of got into it.
yeah,
So, and it's short. It's one of those you can watch in a, I think it's only 12 minutes.
yeah, it's fairly short. So
Because yeah, I was like, I could give you.
not all of our content is 2 hours long.
I was like, I could give you factoids about the Super Nintendo, but that would be about repeating every single thing that everybody else has said about the Super Nintendo. I mean, it's honestly one of those systems that most of our audiences probably either grew up with the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis, and if they didn't have the other one, probably went over to someone's house to play the other one.
Yeah.
See, for me, it was actually the Sega Genesis is what I owned, and my cousin had the Super Nintendo. So. And your cousin had the Philips CDI, so that's where I got the pleasure of playing that, and why I own one. Actually, I own 3 technically, 2 non-working ones, and
Yeah, the only game I ever played on there was Burn Cycle.
yeah, play that, play Voyeur, play the Hotel Mario, and I attempted to play Zelda: The Wand of Gamelon, but it is a hard game to play. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as I use my Nintendo Mini with the extra games I've installed onto it, I want to get that Super Nintendo feeling again. Usually.
yeah.
I do also have some of those games like also on the Wii U because I had that before I bought the Super Nintendo Mini, so bought games on there.
Yeah, which I
Thank you for watching. This has been a Geek Ball video, Echoes of a Whisper. This has been a clip from one of our podcasts. The link to the actual podcast this is from is in the description of the video if you want to see the entire thing, which we obviously encourage you to do. But otherwise, if you enjoyed what you saw, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscriptions and all the rest is definitely appreciated. Comments, as always. But just in general, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. And check out the other videos we have here on the channel. See you later.